evening, my friends. It has been far, far, far too long since I have done one of these. It's been almost a year. So, I really should get back into doing these because I really actually enjoy them. I really enjoy doing them and having a little chat with you all. So, once again, after all this time, friends, family, acquaintances, and everybody in between, welcome to the return of the Voice in the Dark with you and me on my way home on this admittedly nice, clear, well, no, actually it's not very clear. It's a very cool night, however. It is about 20 minutes to 1 o'clock, and I am just now getting off of work. Sometimes I gotta wonder why I'm doing this to myself. But then I remember, oh yeah, that's right. Because that's what adults are supposed to do. But at least I don't complain too hard about it. Oh, who the hell am I kidding? Everybody complains about work. Oh, goodness gracious. So much has happened in this long absence. Country's under turmoil, things are happening in the world, people are just going nuts, it seems like. And let me tell you, it's not just a left or a right thing. Everybody seems to be going out of their damn mind. It's kind of scary, to be totally honest with you, folks. The whole tribalism, frickin' you're right, you're wrong, I'm right, no matter what. I mean, I have never seen anything so divided. I've never seen my country so divided. And it's very sad. It really is, because if we would all come together, this country, it's gonna sound terrible, I don't care what you think, however, this country could be great again if we'd all actually just get together and stop trying to frickin' be at each other's throats. Now, my personal opinion on all this, and it is just that, my personal opinion, you can take it or leave it. I think that a whole lot of shit is being laid at Trump's feet, and flung at him for that matter, without good reason. I know, that's gonna garner a lot of hate, but it's like they cannot, I have never seen a branch of government just trying so hard to tear somebody down. I have never seen it. And constantly failing, too. That's the funny thing. I just don't, it's amazing. You know, if Donald Trump was truly as corrupt and just, you know, morally bankrupt as everybody was saying, you know, he probably no, I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say, yeah, he could damn well qualify to be a Democrat, but I'm not gonna say that. That's cruel and unusual. However, let's face it, you've all probably read that on Facebook by now. Oh, but you know what? Enough about the political segue. Let's go back and do a few other things. I'm a bit more lighthearted. For those of you who don't know, way back in the day, I played a game called City of Heroes online, and sadly, that was taken offline. Well, recently, it has come back. They apparently, the source code for the game got leaked, and now the game is back up and running. It's fan run, obviously. It's NCSoft is not running it, and so far it's been up for, I don't know, not for a full year. It's been up for a few months. No, more than a few months, like 6 months now. No, it's probably been longer than that. Whatever it is, there are multiple servers out there. They're all player run, and so far, luckily, NCSoft has not seen fit to try and shut it down. So, hey, good on that. Let's hope it continues that way. Because that was a great game. It really was fun. It was, if you have any desire to play a game that's not a fantasy MMO. If you want to actually be online with a different, that isn't like the science fiction or fantasy. This is actually comic book superhero, and I think it did it rather well. If you ever wanted to see, if you ever wanted to play a game like that, recommended totally. City of Heroes. You can look it up online. There's ways to find it. You can find it on Facebook. Let's see what else is going on. Wow, how far back did I? When was the last time we talked? Well, darn, I don't even remember. We'll just go with more recent stuff then. As we all know, Halloween just ended recently. My favorite time of the year. Good old spooky time. And I had a fun time. I actually did not go as a pirate this year. I went as a vampire that my girlfriend and I, we decided to have that theme. And hopefully if I could figure out a way to actually post a picture of us, I will do that. Hell, I might see if I could put that up as a picture for this. But I had a lot of fun. I just wish, as I often do, I just wish I had more time to enjoy it. Because once again, now we're getting into Thanksgiving, and you cannot go anywhere without seeing Christmas stuff up already. It's like, oh gosh, it's kind of funny if you stop to think about it, because every year it seems like Christmas is encroaching further and further into earlier into the year. And it's the thing that seems to be holding it back is not Thanksgiving anymore, because that's already overtaken it. But it seems like Halloween seems to be the one thing that it just can't overtake. It can't take it no matter what. So yes, a dark, spooky holiday where kids dress up and the veil is just a little bit thinner is the one thing keeping Christmas from encroaching upon even more of the year. Excuse me. Oh yeah, well, duh. Listen to me talk about my girlfriend, and I didn't even mention that I had one. Yes, I am currently in a relationship. She is wonderful, she's beautiful, and like I said, hopefully if I can get this working right, you'll be able to see a picture of her. And yeah, that happened. One of the few things keeping me sane, I promise you folks. There are obviously that's not the only thing that's been happening in my life, and but not everything is great. We're still going through, my family is going through a rough patch. The divorce of my father to the woman I used to call mom is still ongoing, unfortunately, but I do believe that things are finally starting to come to a close. I believe that is going to be happening soon. I hope so. Anyway, it's a sad thing, really. That was I would have thought that kind of the relationship that my father had with his soon-to-be ex-wife was, I would have put money on that lasting. That looked so rock solid. But I suppose such is the way of the world these days that you can never it's so hard to want to rely on anything. It's one of those weird things that you cannot look to the world or the people in it. No, that's not right. Let me rephrase. You cannot look to the things of the world to be solid and sturdy. Because as it is referenced in the Bible, those who are not grounded in God and faith, they build their house upon sand, and the winds come up, and the rain comes down, and what happens? It washes away. it's a sad thing. It's a very sad thing. And I'm watching my father go through this, a man who I love and with all my heart. And it's really heartbreaking, folks. I don't know what really to say, except that I hope this ends soon for his sake. Oh, yeah. Like I said, not everything is going great. I could say a lot of bad things about work and my job right now because I am not in the best of moods about it right now. But I also realize that working is necessary, and until something better comes along, I need to keep doing this. I guess my biggest fear, though, is that nothing better will come along, and this is about as good as it gets. You know, when it comes to this, okay, I'm going to segue from that into a social thing right now. When it comes to this sort of thing, I have to laugh a little bit because when I see these, millennials going on and wanting much more liberal policies, and some of them outright demanding socialism. And I say demanding because that's basically what they're doing, and I have to laugh because honestly, I can almost understand them. I can understand why they wouldn't want to continue on with what we got. I mean, let's face it. You finished high school and then you borrowed money to go to college to get a degree, and now you have a degree that is not helping you, and you got to pay off this debt that you owe for pretty much the rest of your life. And even if you don't do that, you're still going to go to work for the rest of your life. There's no other, that's it. That's all you have to look forward to until you're 70 or 80 years old. And when you're 20 something, that's a long time to be looking at things. So I can understand the desire for some change here. I honestly don't believe that demanding socialism is the way to do it, but that is a completely different argument. We got social programs, so we already got members. No, social programs do not equal socialism. Socialism is what's going on in Venezuela and all those other failed countries that were once great but decided to centralize absolutely everything. Yes, let's give more power to the government. I can never understand that. Yes, I know I'm rambling. I don't care. I can never understand that. These are the same people who speak out against the government but want to give the government more power and money. What kind of sense does that make? Makes absolutely none. Now, for anybody out there who hears this and actually wants socialism, and that's what they believe is right, I'm not going to sit here and try and argue with you. My arguing points have already been made many times over, and it is still a free country, and you are still able to have your opinions on such. And I served, and my family served, so that you may have the freedom to have that opinion. And I will not sit here in my car driving tonight to try and argue that away from you. So as long as you can respect what I believe, then I will do my utmost to respect what you believe. Now, if we could all live by that sort of thing, I believe the world would be a much, much happier place. Oh, anyway, like I said, I'm going to have to try and do more of these because I have a lot of things to talk about. I need to come up with some bullet points and actually just come up with subjects to talk about. Because that, I think, I realize, besides the fact that I'm always so goddamn tired from being over fucking worked, that one of the problems I have is I don't know what to talk about. I really, it's like, It's like, okay, what should I talk about today? Oh man, I got so many things that's bouncing through my head. And then when I turn the radio on, I'm like, what should I talk about? What should I talk about, George? What should I talk about? But hopefully I'll be able to come up with something soon and get back into this like I want to. Goodness gracious, it's like I said, it's been far too long. So hopefully you'll be hearing more of these. Just little chats, little talking points, getting my voice out there. The voice in the dark, because like I said, that's what I am. So I drive here at night alone in the dark. So we'll end it at that. Remember, I love you, God loves you. I truly hope that you have a wonderful night and a better tomorrow. And until then, folks, good night.